Hello, hello. Hello and welcome back. Um, we have two options. We can either look at, no, we have not two options. I think we're going to go into Switzerland against England, it looks like. We have to go wait a little bit for the BBO to get online, get the match going. These are not the right names yet. Here it looks like the names are also not correct yet. So we'll be waiting a little bit on BBO before we can hop into the match. And here we are. Here we are. We're gonna watch Kalita Kluki against Paski and Gold. Again, we see Switzerland. We just saw that we don't think Switzerland has a very good chance of making World Championship anymore. Doesn't mean they are not going to do anything in their power to still make it. There's a very small chance still. And we start off with Kalita opening a sort of precision style 2 club, showing about 10 to 14 count with 6 clubs usually, or 5 clubs and a major, I think. Maybe it's always 6 clubs for them. Now we see a pass by Gold. He's a little bit too weak to overcall 2 hearts. 2 diamonds, asking bid, 3 clubs. I think it's a minimum with 6 clubs. Not sure about the 3 diamond bid. Possibly asking for shortness. Not 100% sure. Double, of course, by Gold, because he has a very good heart suit. Kluki with a natural 3 spades, and Kalita ending the bidding on 4 spades. I don't know the exact system here, but this seems fairly normal. They definitely reached a normal contract. Paski will lead a heart because Gold doubled. I don't think Declare will have a lot of problems with this contract. Everything breaks. The spade finesse is on side. You have all the spots in spades as well. So probably goes like a heart to the ace. Think Gold will return maybe a spade. Looks a bit weird from Queen of 1. Probably a diamond. You can let it run to dummy, run a 9 of spades, something like that. And rough another heart. Diamond lead by Pask. Interesting here. Diamond lead. Maybe 3 hearts showed shortness, and Pask didn't want to lead in the shortness of dummy. Definitely an interesting lead after the double on 3 hearts by Gold. I think this is very dependent on what 3 hearts showed. If it shows shortness, then I can see why Pask didn't want to lead a heart. But yeah, interesting lead. Card from Klukowski, or from Klukowski, knowing that Ace of Hearts will be on side. Still wants to rough a heart as well, so he cannot go for the spades immediately. Other table, we already see the result coming in, 4 spades plus 1. I'm expecting the same result at this table. Gold will have no good returns here. Here we see 3 diamonds asks, and 3 hearts did show short hearts, and that's why we don't see the heart lead from Paski, because the heart lead probably isn't gonna gain them that much. Obviously, like against no trump contract or something, Pask would 100% lead a heart, but because it's a trump suit, he didn't want to give away the heart and give the roughs to dummy. Gold thinking now in a well pretty bad position in what he has to play. Or yeah, he basically has no good options. Might go yeah, I don't know. Like club looks bad, spade looks bad. Everything looks bad, which usually means there is no good play, and indeed there is no good play. But obviously, Gold is trying to figure out if he can find some way to still find to beat this contract. It just seems so far away when you have queen in one as well of spades. Diamond first trick to the queen. I expect him to play a diamond, but in case Pask underlet his king, but it's. I think he knows that Pask probably doesn't have king of diamonds because with king of diamonds, it seems very strange to underlead your king of diamonds here. Yeah, and Gold does decide to play the diamond back. It seems most safe. Maybe partner has the king, although I don't think so. I think he thinks the same. Partner never has the king, but it's the only chance I have. Koski rolls the heart. Seems normal. Will now take the spade finesse. He can play low. All the spade spots are high. And I think that's basically all she wrote. I think we go to the next board. Very, very simple flat board on the first one. And nothing happened. We indeed have a push board. Yes, I am. Okay, Gold with a standard pass here. Okay, thank you for the shout out from 1 second. Okay. Very nice from El Hollander giving me a shout out. And what we see, Krukowski with a two spade opener showing spades in a minor. Always 5-5 in Polish style. I also say if you don't play it Polish style, it could still be 5-4. I would say that if you are vulnerable, that I would prefer to be 5-5 always. I think that's usually just a bit better. Normal double by Pask. Strong hand, short spades. And we see here also because Kalita knows partner is at least 5-5. He has a big fit, and now it's way easier to support very high. Like if it could still be 5-4, your hand is not that amazing, and it's dangerous to support this high vulnerable against not. But because partner is at least 5-5, it's rectified. And Pask obviously strong enough for a second double. Now Gold is in a bit of in not the greatest spot. King third of spades, like yeah, it's defensive, but might not be that defensive. The biggest problem I think is that he just doesn't have a good other bit. Like king of spades might be a defensive trick. Ace of clubs is a defensive trick. And I think like going to 5 diamonds or 5 hearts with nothing in hearts and diamonds basically just seems a bit too far. Yes, yes, indeed. Welcome in, Maestro. Welcome in, Gregor. Ooh, but David does decide to bid 4-0. Probably also scared that that pass is void in spades. The opponent bid two spades, double four spades, full against not, which does look a lot like 10 card spades together. And he decides to pull. I think it's a bit thin with suits that are this bad, but I do understand it. He's probably also afraid that they have a double fit, like because he's only doubled on the clubs. And welcome back in, Gregor. Good to see you. Good to see you. Would you have pulled, or would you just have set for four spades doubled? Spade lead by Klita seems pretty standard. Also, the five diamond bid from Pask, obviously standard. And yeah, Pask has a huge hand, and I think they'll probably just make five diamonds. Although the diamonds are 4-0, you have to be a little bit careful. It's for double first few boards, so that have. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Show them whose balls at the table, right? Ooh, we actually see Paski play the king of spades. I think Alita might have underlet the ace of spades. I think that's usually not the case. I think it seems a little bit strange to put in the king because it makes that the defense can actually keep on playing spades and put you sometimes in a little bit of trouble. Although on this board it does seem to be fine. But yeah, if wow, other table made four spades doubled. That is yeah, not the best. It was in north. So what we see then probably a diamond lead, an immediate hard pitch, spade finesse, losing two clubs only. Like if it is in south, like at our table, Pask has a very easy ace of heart lead. Then the contract has no play at all. But what we see at the other table, four spades doubled in the other hand, and it's making. Let's have a look how it went. So pass and pass, like they obviously didn't have the spades in a minor bit. One diamond, normal, pass. One heart seems normal. Now it went 1-0 trump, showing the other suits. I like looking at Nord's bid. I think it might have shown even five spades, four clubs. Three spades a splinter, four spades by North, and now East thought he had an easy double. Four little hearts, ace of clubs, king of spades. King of spades might be behind North as well. And yeah, I assume he just let a diamond. Yeah, and then it was making because you can now just draw trumps, get out the ace king of clubs, and you are making. So for sure, a big swing already in the favor of England. Could be even bigger when Paski is making this. Maybe has to navigate a little bit carefully. If he gets a spade return here, because the diamonds are 4-0, but I think he will be fine. Because he, in the end, like he could just rough another. Maybe not. He has to probably just draw trumps. The opponents, yeah, the opponents cannot really do anything if you just draw trumps. I think. Oh, yeah, it's actually a little bit tricky if the spade return there. But the spade return didn't happen. I think now he is in full control. I think that's why it was weird he played the king of spades in trick one, because now if he would get another spade and with the diamonds breaking 4-0, he does lose a little bit of control. Now this doesn't matter at all for him. He can still rough the club in dummy and still has high enough diamonds to get out all the diamonds. And another bad start for Switzerland. We just saw them on the stream as well, and they had a big. They got punished big by Belgium. Maybe the morale is a bit down. Could be. Like it's really, really hard for them to qualify, and maybe the morale is a bit down in the camp. Not sure, of course. And at the moment, we see that England is sixth in the standings. They are most likely to make it, and they're very far from the medal. So for England, it's not a super important match. It's just a case of either or not losing really big, and if they win extremely big, then they may still have a shot maybe for third place. So definitely still stuff to play for both teams, but both teams need big wins to change their standings. And England must not lose very big. Okay, we see Kalita thinking here if he should already take the ace. Like usually when you have ace four in spots like this, it's usually right to duck 2 rounds, take the third, and then play it back, because it's annoying for the player if the ace is still in because you keep control over the hand. Probably figuring out how the whole board is situated, if there's something better to do. Usually, I would expect him to duck twice the diamonds. If he ducks, I think it's fairly reasonable for gold to play for Pask to play club to the king, ruff a club, and then start on the diamonds. Or start on diamonds, finish drawing trumps. I think that's the best play. See, we have more viewers than usual. We have 29 viewers. Welcome in, everybody. Very nice. If you have some questions or something to say, please hop in the chat. Feel free to ask questions or to say something. Nice to hear from you. I'm happy to answer all questions or react to some nice play you've cooked up. So what I see here, yeah, Pass could still just play another round of diamonds. I would expect another duck from Kalita. Maybe he takes and plays another diamond. I think he will duck again. Like I said, I think that's the most usual play when you have ace fourth in spots like this, duck twice. If they play another, take the third one, and now it's the most control you can get over the hand, because either you can decide to draw the last trump, or you can decide that you may want to score your ruff later. So I'm expecting another duck from Kalita. In that case, Pask has to ruff the club, and he most certainly will. Having all the spots and trumps is really nice here for Pask. Doesn't give him too many problems. Kalita again in the tank. Even though I said morale might be down, he knows there's still a possibility that they make it. So he wants to be careful, wants to make sure he's covered every part of the board. But unfortunately for him, there's nothing to be done here. And Switzerland is gonna lose big on this board because the four spades doubled making at the other table. And we see that the pool from gold worked out nicely here. At our table, we know that four spades would never have made because Pask has a normal hard lead. But it's still maybe difficult to find to switch to a club and gain 500. So making a free 400 here is very nice. Kalita does decide to take the ace. And plays back a spade. Yes, this is a reason probably why he took, because he wants to play a spade. If he would have played a diamond back, I would have expected him to duck one more round, like I said before, because that's usually just better. Now Pask is only waiting basically for the hearts to break normally. I think because Kluki has at least 5-5 and already showed out in diamonds, he kind of knows that the diamonds will break. Because he knows Kluki has 5 spades. So only if Kluki has 7 clubs, which he cannot have anymore, he knows Kluki shape now 5-2, and there's the claim. And 15 imps to England. We start off big for England. And if England can win this very, very big, we might see England like having a chance to get the bronze spot. Big win for them on this board. Nicely done. And let's see if Switzerland will fight back. Let's see if we see some little bit more crazy stuff maybe from North-South, because they know they need big scores to make it to top 8. And yes, indeed, we already see Kalita, 3rd seed. He knows he needs something, and he's putting the maximum pressure on opening 3 clubs on the 5-card suit. Like I said, Switzerland is behind. They need some big scores to make it to top 8. And Kalita is knowing that, and he already knows that he is a mediocre board at 5 diamonds making probably, and he knows he needs to win big. So he decides to open his 5-card clubs with a 5-4 in the minors. Partner is a passed hand. So he wants to be as aggressive as possible, and he decides to opt that his 5-card suit is worth of a preempt. And I like this. If you're behind, like if you need a lot of points, your partner's a pre-passed hand, it could easily be slammed for the opponents. We're favorable. I like the 3-club opening. Who else would in chat? Would you guys open 3 clubs as well, or do you still think 5-card suit is maybe a little bit too much? And here we see Klukowski jumping to 5 clubs. Of course, he's a nice 4-card suit for his partner. And now this gets very difficult. Can East-West still reach 6 hearts? I like 3 clubs. Nice. I like it too. I don't say I would always do it, but when you need points, I think it's definitely the right bid. Welcome in, Silver. A double from Pask. He's a passed hand, so he is a maximum kind of hand. So usually maybe you expect a little bit more for a double here, but because he is a passed hand, like I would think that double shows about 9 to 11 points, so completely fine doubling. And now Gold has a decision to make, right? This is a tough spot. The thing about bidding, you could just bid 5 hearts, and that will show a strong hand with hearts. Because usually you just pass the double if you're like a balanced, let's say 14 count, or even with 4 spades, 5 hearts, 3-1. With something like a 14 count, you usually just pass the double here. So 5 hearts does show a strong hand with hearts. Is there a chance that Gold already blasts 6 hearts? I think that is aggressive. But I think it's possible. If partner has ace of spades with king of hearts, you already have a lot of play. But he probably also knows that the opponents are very aggressive, and that Pass could easily have something like king jack of clubs still, or at least king of clubs with just ace of spades, maybe queen of diamonds. And in that case, he doesn't have any chance. He just decides to pass even 5 clubs. He says, well, these guys are hyper aggressive. We will just get this for down as much as possible. And he's not wrong, because 5 clubs is definitely a lot better than bidding 5 hearts here. The only chance, if you would I would never bid 6 hearts. I think with this hand, I think it's too dangerous. 5 hearts does give you the option that partner sometimes bid 6 hearts, but it is very far. Partner cannot always bid 6 hearts, and maybe 5 hearts is just the wrong spot. Partner may not have a heart fit. So I really like the pass actually here from David, because you usually collect quite a big number against 5 clubs doubled. He even now can lead king ace of diamonds. He's leading the king. I assume it's not Rusino. Some people play it against the 5 level or against preempts. I don't think they do. And he switches to the king of spades. Now they need to be a little bit careful, because ace of clubs is an entry and they want. Oh, sorry, they cannot make the diamond draw anymore. They are missing out on the diamond draw, which is a little unfortunate. So they will only get this 800, I think. Otherwise, ace king lead is from ace king bear usually. So if gold would have played the ace as well, he needed to find the small heart return, which is extremely difficult, I think. So I think it was difficult anyway to find that line. But maybe king of diamonds, partner discourages, and then on the ace of diamonds you see a suit preference because ace king. If you lead the king and then the ace, it's usually ace king bear, depending a little bit on your agreements. But if you get then a suit preference for hearts, and you know partner has doubled, then you might play him for the king and underlead your heart to score your small ruff. David decided to play the king of spades, just setting up his spade suit. Very reasonable as well, of course. And five clubs is going for 800, which means that we have a swing back for Switzerland. The three club opener working wonders from Kalita. And nicely spotted that he needs points, and this is the way to do it. Favorable. It's very good to get in the auction, especially with a passed hand. Very aggressive three club opener, but it works wonders. Nice to see. Nice to see him go for that. Really nice. As we wait for this board to end, I'm getting a sip of water. Be right back. Yes, and there's the claim. And 12 imps back to Switzerland. That means that they're almost all tied up again. 15 to 12, England still in the lead, but a big swing back for Switzerland. This is exactly what they need. They need more big swings to have a chance to make that top 8. England needs to hold the line, not lose too much, and they will make it to top 8 then. Standard upgrade here, I think, from Pask to a 15-17 no trump. Only has a 14 count, but 3 aces, ace jack fifth, nice holding. So I think this is very standard 1-0 opening. Nice. It's a standard way of upgrading. Double showing 5 minor and 4 major, I assume, from Kalita Kluki. And I think I wouldn't hate if gold just bits 3-0 here. Yeah, I like it. Not giving away too much information to the opponents. You can try to punish them in maybe 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, or in a major, but you don't really know anyway. And now you deny the opponents, you don't have a clear way of punishing them in any of these contracts. And he just says, okay, I deny the information for the opponents to know if there's a major fit to, like in this case, Kluki would have showed his hearts probably. Obviously, it doesn't matter because Kalita has none. But yeah, good bid by David, I think. With a 4-3-3, don't even want to look for the major. Even if it goes 1-0 pass, you should just bid 3-0 trump. If you have 4-3-3, never look for the major. It's just a lot better to end up in 3-0 trump when you have 4-3-3, opposite the balanced hand. You don't want to give the information to the opponents. So 1-0 past 3-0 would 100% have been my bid, even if you have a small 3-card suit. But as we see, 1-0 double and the 3-0 bid from David, I like as well here. Not giving the opponents a chance to give information to each other. Kalita leading a club. Seems standard, 5-card suit. And now we will see how Pasks handle this 3-0. We see it at the other table, they made 3-0. Has to be a little bit careful, I think. He makes always 2 spades and a heart. It's 3, 4, 5. He must, but the diamonds break 4-1. So it's actually a pretty tricky contract to play. I must say I'm not 100% sure about the best line here so far. We can go either way in clubs, I think, here. It's likely after the double that this is from a 5-card suit and the king of clubs is with North. We also see the 6 of clubs lead, which is second, fourth. And I think they lead low from 6. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think they lead low from 6. So we know this is a 5-card suit, so we never pick up any stiff honors here. So we have to see if we just play queen of clubs already or if we duck the first one. Ducking means we have to take the ace of clubs, which is sometimes not ideal. So I wouldn't hate the queen of clubs here because we don't really need the entries to the dummy, it looks like. If you would need entries to the dummy, then obviously we have to play small, but it seems like the entries to dummy are fine. We could also hold on a little bit longer to our queen of clubs. But yeah, he decides to take. I kind of like this. And I assume he will just start playing diamonds here. Seems like the only option. Now the question is, how should we play the diamond suit? It's likely that North has the short diamonds because he already knows 5 clubs and 4 in a major. So you don't pick up king in one that easily here. And as we see, he actually starts with playing the queen, trying to pick up some 10, stiff 10, stiff 9, stiff 8 in North. Nicely played, but we see actually that North has a void in hearts, which means he doesn't pick up the diamond suit. So what do we see? Pask has 1 club, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tricks so far, which is a little bit short. And I don't think can he make still? Let's see. They set up the club. You have to give the diamond, right? I think he's just trick short. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Feels like he's a trick short. He can sort of end play Kalita, but it doesn't matter. Um, and he cannot squeeze him. I think if Kalita just returns a club, if Kalita would return the king of clubs, which he cannot do actually, he doesn't know if Pask has ace jack small of clubs, and this is also why it was nice for Pask to play queen of clubs to trick 1, because now Kalita doesn't know how the clubs are divided, right? He cannot just play king of clubs here. As we can see, he can do that, but he is not sure who has ace jack. Like Pass could easily be ace jack 2 of clubs. Sorry, ace jack 9 of clubs. He also played the 9 at trick 1. A little bit of a false card there. So yeah, why isn't Pask ace jack 9 of clubs with 3 small and Kluki has 2 small? That's not sure, but very nicely done by Kalita. He does find the play of king of clubs. Really nice. And I think Pask is in trouble now. I think he's a trick short for an end play. Let's see double dummy. Yeah. He is a trick short for an end play. He cannot make. Even cashing ace of hearts at some point, North doesn't get squeezed because he can just pitch the spade and then he will always get in with either a spade or a diamond and he can just cash 3 clubs. So yeah, big pickup for Switzerland again. And after the 15 imps going to England, it's all Switzerland now, picking up 2 big boards in a row. Gaining 12 and gaining another 13 here, I think. Very nice play by Kalita, figuring out he had to play the king of clubs. Um, Probably thought it was the best way, the contract, best chance of setting the contract, hoping that Kluki has Jack and one. He didn't see any other options. Queen of diamonds, he saw the 10 from Kluki, so he probably thought, okay, Pask will set up. Pask seemed to have 5 diamonds. So he was probably scared that Pask would have time to set up his diamonds, and that's why he figured out that playing King of Clubs was necessary. So really nice, nice play there by Kalita. I really like it. And he gets rewarded heavily because it was the only way to set the contract. And there we go, 12 imps to Switzerland. Switzerland take the lead 24-15. This is exactly what they need to have a chance of qualifying. Let's have a quick look at the other table, how it went. Other table let a spade from queen fourth. In that case, you can just let it run to the jack, and that is your 9th trick. As we can see, the club lead could still have made. I think, let's see how you should have played for double dummy. Yeah, yeah, you should play something like hearts or something, and then it's weird. But you never play like that. I think you always play for diamonds in that if you don't play double dummy. So normal play from Pask, I think, and very nice play from Kalita to set the contract. Other table let a spade. After that, it was done. Other table did not bid, and then when 103 now, I still think I would prefer to lead my 5 card suit, even though it's usually against 103 no right to lead a major. I would prefer to lead my 5 card suit if it's King 10 fifth. Okay, what do we see here? Pass standard from Kalita. A club opener. We don't see a hard overcall from Kukowski. He is well against Not, but Barton is a passed hand. You sometimes really want a hard lead because it's the only thing you have. Obviously dangerous because you're full against Not, but I wouldn't hate it. 1 spade, no trump by gold, and Pasky decides to bid 4 spades, which I think is very reasonable. You have a 10 count, but you usually have a fit, or you always have a fit, depending on your agreement. And decides that his hand is good enough with the 6-4 to just blast 4 spades, and I agree with that. Difficult lead for Kalita. Queen third is horrible. Jack third is horrible. Ace queen small, you're definitely not going to lead. So decides to go with the dummy suit, which is not always dummy suit, but it's fine. I think all the leads look horrible. I think club is fine. Does help Pask a lot because now he can either play the jack or the 9. Everything works. And that will give him always a diamond pitch later on the board because he can keep the ace of diamonds as an entry. So now he kind of has to guess which he has to play. I don't think this is usually from queen third. So maybe it's something like queen 10 fourth. The 5 is Polish style. So it's either 5-8 or it's queen 10 8-5 or it's something 5 small or it's a stiff. So I think queen 5-3, I would just not expect ever a club lead from this hand after a 1 club opener. Like we see, if you have queen third of hearts and queen third of clubs in a position like that, I think Kalita would opt for a hard lead. In this case, so I think it's likely to be 8-5 bear, or it's likely to be something like maybe 10-5-4. I think those are the best options, or like this queen 10-8-5. So I think it's best for Pask to try the 9 and not try the jack. On this board, it doesn't really matter. But I think Pask will try the 9. I think that covers the most options. And so he does, playing small. Now it's a bit interesting how he tackles the hand. He knows he's only one hard losers and two spades, so he could just play the king of spade from dummy. If the opponents then play a diamond, then you have to be a little bit careful, because if you take in your hand, play another spade, they can knock out your entry. So Pask has to be a little bit careful with how he's going to do this. As we see, in case something like that happens, Kalita has the third trump with the clubs. So Pask would still make it. So I think most lines just are going to lead to making this contract. But it's interesting to see how he's going to play. This could also still be from Queen 10 8 5 4, as we see. No, yeah, Queen 10 8 5 4, as we see. So he might be slightly scared of a stiff club here. Although I don't think he can really do anything against it. So I wouldn't hate club to the ace and play a spades toward the king. Or towards the eight, whatever you want. But I wouldn't hate seeing a club here towards the ace and playing a spade. Decides to go for crossing with the heart. That's also obviously okay. Like breaking communication a bit, setting up for later a better communication for yourself. Only dangerous if Pask plays something like diamond, diamond, and diamond, and a low diamond. Ruffed here, then he could be in a little bit of trouble. I don't think he will opt for that. I think the alternative line to go for is ace of diamonds, king, queen of diamonds, and ruff a diamond. But seeing that he plays a heart, he's probably looking what the opponents will do. Now, Kluki has a bit of a decision to make. He probably knows that Pask has a stiff heart here. Seeing the count signal, also playing up a heart, maybe Pask could be. Now, Pask cannot be queen six of hearts because we see the seven from Kalita. So Kalita is either queen seven or Kalita's queen seven deuce. So it's very, very likely that Pask has stiff heart here. And Klukowski decides to play back a spade, trying maybe to deny a possible diamond ruff. Pask definitely doesn't mind to see this. Knows this is good news. No ruffs incoming. Knows he doesn't have anything to do in spades. He will be fine in the spades. And it's looking okay. It's looking good for Pask. Goes something like low spade to the eight, then it's still everything fine. He can just play another spade at that point. Unblock the ace of clubs, and he has the ace of diamonds as an entry, for instance. He could also still go for the line diamond, 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 and rough high. I don't even know if Kalita will play small here. Most natural feels to just play the ace of spades. But Kalita's thinking about it, so maybe he also is thinking, okay, how do I set this contract? How do I give the declarer a chance to make a mistake? Which we see a lot on the top level, right? Usually we look and then we don't see anything good. And it's like, okay, it doesn't matter anymore. But you sometimes, these top players really can think about, okay, well, I can see that it doesn't matter, but the declarer doesn't know that yet. And how can I make it as difficult as possible for the declarer and maybe they make a mistake. So Kalita probably knowing that the hand is kind of over, but trying to figure out if he still can give Pask some losing options. And we are gonna see a push board again. Finally, probably at least. After push 15, 12, 12, we are going a little bit slower on this one. Okay. Since we're waiting for Kalita to play a card, let's have a quick look at the standings overall. We see that Norway has taken commanding lead. It was very close with Denmark, but they've 17 ahead now. And after this round, Norway could already be the winners of this European Championships. Very big for them. Amazing. They're playing with a very young, talented player, Nikolai Heiberg Evenstad. Denmark also with a very young team in second. They're not even sure for second anymore. Israel is getting closer. Netherlands is a bit far now from third place, but they still have a bit of a shot. And then we have some countries under that. France now has a bit of a gap. They have a bit of a gap towards place 9, which is nice for them. It makes it a lot harder for these teams to qualify. Okay. And as we see, Kalita has not made the decision yet. Personally, obviously, I hope that it gets that the standings get all a bit closer, because it will mean we have more exciting stuff to look out for. I think all the countries themselves would like to be sure to be to get in. And who are we rooting this match, guys? Who are we rooting for this match? From which country do we have more people in the chat? Are we rooting for England or are we rooting for Switzerland? Who do we hope that this match, who will win this match? Ooh, already one for England. I am just rooting for some good bridge. That's very nice as well. I agree with that. We always hope for some good bridge. That sounds good. We see that Kalita did take the ace. It felt like the most natural play. And, he decides to play back a club. I think now the hand is really over. Pask just going to play a spade to the king. Knows he's just going to lose the queen of spades, and we'll see a claim very soon now. Okay, I'm assuming the players are just claiming now, getting next board out, and there we are. Okay, a push board like we expected. We see the 9 imp still for Switzerland. And let's see what the next board brings us. Gold with a flat 6 count will pass. Klukowski will pass. And Pask, I assume, will open with 1 diamond. I haven't seen Pask do anything crazy yet, so I assume he'll just open 1 diamond. You could opt sometimes for 3 diamonds here with a pass hand from partner. It's unlikely that you make a game. Your hearts are not that good to put maximum pressure on the opponents. King Jack of Spades is a bit bad for that. Like if King of Spades would be King of Hearts, I think I would like a 3 diamond opening then. Now you have a lot of defensive tricks as well, so it's not that nice to open 3 diamonds, even at these colors. Like I said, King Jack 4th of Hearts with like 2 small spades, with like Jack 1 of Spades. I think it's fine if your partner is pre-passed to open 3 diamonds. I think that's probably a good bid. In this case, I think I prefer one diamond as well, even if your style is to open three diamonds. One no overcall. Kluki showing his spades. And at the other table, we see that 3-no was played. Interesting. 2-no, I'm not 100% sure. It's alerted. Maybe it's something like clubs. Maybe it's an invitational with 4 or 5 spades. I'm not 100% certain. I am assuming they will usually just reach 4 spades, which I think is a little bit more of a normal contract than 3-no. When you have a stiff diamond, I think you usually want to opt just to play a game in the suit, unless you have a very good stopper. I think that went at the other table or something, a diamond, a no trump, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3-no. And Nord decided with ace jack 9 of diamonds. I have a double stopper, I have a 4 triple 3. Let's just play in 3-no. There are some pairs that can show either, like they can show a 5-3-3-2 and let partner decide if they want to play 3-no with a 4 triple 3. I don't think that happened at the other table. As we can see, they opened 3 diamonds actually at the other table. They did go for the 3 diamond opener and they overcalled 3-no. That makes a lot of sense. So we do actually see the 3 diamond opener at the other table after the pre-passed hand. And like I discussed, I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly okay. I think I kind of like it, although King Jack of Spades does root a little bit against it because your hand has a lot of defense, which is usually not as nice for preempts. But yeah, definitely third seed with a good suit. Try it out sometimes. Be a little bit more. You can be a little bit wider because your partner is a passed hand. It's so unlikely that's a game for you with maximum pressure on the opponents. Diamond lead, very normal. Obviously, was now it was probably the best to lead ace of clubs and give a club rough, which after you would probably get banned for cheating because I don't think you can find that lead ever here. Interesting now how Kalita has to play this hand. Might go for a heart towards the king and take a spade finesse. Other option is to rough a diamond. I don't think he will start on clubs. It's too dangerous to lose club rough. He might also start with ace of spades, covering for a little bit. We played at 1-no, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 clubs is either clubs or asking for 3 major. Especially leaves opener. Yes, yeah. Nice. Gregor, in chat, we played at 1-no, 2 hearts, 1-no, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 clubs is clubs or asking for 3 major. And if you bid 1-no, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3-no, partner can choose. So with 5, so usually will be 5-3-3-2. And partner with the 4 triple 3 can then pass 3-no. I have a slightly different agreement, but with the same idea. And I like it. I like that you can show both. Ooh, Kalita actually starting with the clubs. Interesting because it's a little bit dangerous that you might sometimes get a rough. But because you have ace third of hearts opposite king 10-9, you probably don't want to break them up yet. You don't want to rough the diamond because if you have a bad break in spades, then you might get into some trouble if you already rough a diamond. You have the jack of diamonds. It gives you some more control. So he decides to go with the club, which works out fine because gold still cannot see that his partner has a stiff. So he just ducks, which seems very reasonable. We see Pask play the king. He probably knows it's very likely that Kalita has ace queen. So he tries to give Kalita a bit of a problem here by playing the king because it kind of looks like stiff king. I mean, you have king jack. This sometimes is a very good play. Not letting declarer know what you have. You could have stiff king or king jack. If you play the jack here, declarer probably just tries the queen. In that case, he knows that the king is on side. So the king is a nice play because it lets declarer think about the 4-1 positions. So when you know the declarer is gonna take the finesse and you are in front with king jack tight, it's usually right to play the king, because you never get something like a promotion or an uppercut, and it does give the declarer the possibility to think, oh, maybe the suit is 4-1. But I would only recommend this when you have king jack in front of ace queen. Otherwise, there are positions that it's good, but it's a little bit more tricky to spot them. King jack tight before the ace queen is definitely a spot it's usually good. Yeah, we do see the queen play from Kalita. Like, he cannot really guard for a jack 10 fourth here anyway, or at least, or it doesn't matter that much. You might have a chance to go for an end play in that case, like ruff a diamond, maybe ruff another diamond, and try to set up for an end play here. Difficult, but as we see, the drums just break 3-2, and there's no problem at all. And he will now just lose a heart because there's no squeeze. A heart and a spade, and he's just making. He could try to run the spades, which he probably will do. And if Pask would have queen jack of hearts with the king of diamonds, we know he has the king, most likely. Then he gets squeezed. But as we can see, he doesn't get squeezed. So, so it will gain 1 imp still for Switzerland. And there we go. The claim is there. 1 imp to Switzerland. Other table put the maximum pressure on with 3 diamonds, and they end up in 3-0, which was just making, and 4 spades was also just making, gaining an imp for Switzerland. Normal pass here from Kluki. 1 spade over by Pask. I expected 2 heart overcall. It's not a great suit, but doubling with these kind of hands, I think you miss the 5-3 fit in hearts a little bit too much. As we see Kalita do, just a 2 heart overcall. Pass from Gold, obviously. Pass from Kluki. And now it's up to Pask if he wants to double or go low with 2 spades. I think he will opt for a double. Because he does have a 16 count. It's unlikely, though, that partner has a penalty pass here. But he is a little bit strong. He does go for the low road. I totally understand. Partner could not do anything over 2 hearts. Partner probably doesn't have a penalty pass, and you do have ace jack tight of clubs, which is not the best holding. So going with the low road here, I definitely think it's between 2 spades and double. I don't think it's ever 3 spades. For 3 spades, you just need better spades. You are going to get too high too often if you go for 3 spades there. So, guys, what did you guys do in chat? Would you go for a double, or would you go the low road as well, like Pask, and would you bid 2 spades? Ace of diamond lead, pretty standard. Ace king, always good lead, especially ace king queen. Quite normal lead. Now it's interesting for Kalita because he sees the doubleton diamonds. I think he is getting a count signal here from Klukowski, so he might want to lead back a low spade. It's a little bit scary because there are no entries in the dummy. 2 spades, yeah. Welcome in, Malou. Nice that you're watching. 2 spades as well. Yeah, I think I like it as well. Go low. I think that's good. If they overcall like 2 diamonds, you can double. Partner bids 2 hearts, and you can bid 2 spades. The problem here is if partner like bids 2 no, giving you a choice for the minors, you still have to bid 3 spades. I think that's a bit of a problem. So yeah, I totally agree, Malou. I think it's a good bid. Just like Pask, I like it. Kalita here with a bit of a problem because there are no entries in the dummy. And there might be some finesses in spades. So you don't really want to play a spade back. But you also really want to get rid of the possible diamond ruff. So I'm So interesting to see what he will do here. He would definitely not play a heart. To be seeing Jack 10 9 8 in dummy. So heart is impossible. So I think it's between a spade. Maybe he tries another diamond. I don't think so. I think he wants to get Kluki in. Maybe he will try a club, but he is going to opt for the spade. And I think that's that's probably the best play. You hope you just don't put your partner on some kind of finesse. In this case, you kind of do with Queen Jack fourth. It's something that Declare, especially with the lack of entries in dummy, could not do so easily. Although Baz could have ruffed the diamond and then still run like the 10 of spades, he might have gone for the club finesse. And that's also a thing what happens here. Okay, you do play the spade, but now he gets a little bit cut off of dummy. Now he has to play things himself. I assume he'll just play a diamond, try to set up the diamond. And now the defense has another problem because they want to get rid of this diamond ruff. But Kluki also has to play a low spade for that. Like Kalita already has to play lower. I think he can. Now Kluki gets in. Will play a low spade, I assume, but unfortunately that gives the declare an entry to dummy, and now he can still take a club finesse. At least that's what I'm assuming. I assume that Pass probably will play small here. He might maybe he thinks that Kalita has played from queen and one because it was so slow the spade return, but I don't think so. I think he will usually just play a small spade here. Queen and one is unlikely by Kalita, but Kalita took a long time of playing back a spade, of course, which I think is normal because his stiff spade doesn't look that appealing. But yeah, Pass does decide to play a low spade. I think it's too big of a play to play Kalita for queen and one just because he thought. Now the question is only, do you take the club finesse? Is there any danger to it? I think the dangers are quite small. So I think it's reasonable to go for the over trick here. Oh wait, we need the club actually even 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we always need lose a spade, a heart, and diamond. Sorry, so we even need the club finesse. So I'm assuming he will take it, and that means that England is gonna swing back because at the other table, 2-0 was made with an over trick by North South, and Paskey is gonna make 2 spades here. I assume if he takes this club finesse, which I think he will. Like I don't see a big reason why he wouldn't. It's his way to make the contract. He knows he will definitely have a spade loser. He will have a diamond loser. He will have a heart loser. And the only way to get rid of the club loser is the finesse. There's nothing to be done with like roughing enough in your hand. You just don't have the entries to set up any kind of goops. So I assume it will just be a club to the jack and cross your fingers and be happy when North plays small. That's what I assume will happen. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to take a quick run to the bathroom, and I'll leave you to see if Pask does. Okay, we're back. We're back. And as we saw, Pask indeed took the club finesse. Nicely done. And a 6-in pickup um, by England. Nice for them. Keeping the match very close, 25-21. Switzerland still needing a big win to qualify for the top 8. So I still expect to see some fireworks. England definitely want to keep the match a bit calm because they are in a good spot to make to qualify. So they want to keep the match close, tight, not give away too much. But definitely Switzerland wants to create points. They need them to qualify. Still have a chance to qualify for the Worlds. Let's put a little bit of music on. Okay, and let's see in the next hand. We have a normal pass from Pask. Club opener, standard 1-spade overcall, negative double from Klukowski, and a 3-spade bid by Pask. This hand with a 5-3-3-2. No one vulnerable is, and with a couple queens and a jack, I think it's too flat to jump to 4-spade. So I like the 3 spades weak bid. Pass from Kalita, I think normal. Pass from Gold, of course. Double from Klukowski, super standard. And on the double, second double, Kalita has an easy 4 hearts bid, and that's where we end up. Probably expecting Gold to lead a spade, but maybe he's going for something cheeky. Because he has the ace of hearts, he has some control over the hand, so maybe he is gonna try to get some kind of ruff. Not thinking that setting up a spade is too good, or maybe even afraid that partner sometimes just raise on jack fourth and giving away the spade trick. So interesting. He does just lead a spade. I think that makes most sense. I think if you have ace doubleton of club here, I think it's very reasonable to lead ace of clubs. And then lead the club back because you will get in with the ace of hearts, and then you can hope to reach partner with, let's say, the ace of spades and get the club rough. But because you have all the points and you have 2 little diamonds, like you will not set up the rough in time. So if you would have ace in 1 here and you have the control over the trump suit with the ace of hearts, I think it might be a nice lead to lead your ace in 1 here. But as we can see, when we have all the points and we need one more round to actually set them up, I think it's a little bit too far. And Gold decides the same thing. Opt for the spade lead because finding a rough is too far, and then just leading our own suit, maybe setting up the spade trick, hoping partner has something like queen fourth, and the spades are 2-2. So we just have a spade, a heart, and a club, and maybe an extra trick comes in before the opponents have set up. As we can see, it all doesn't really matter. And this, with the hearts also being 3-2, will be a breeze to play for Kalita. Diamonds breaking, clubs, hearts 3-2, queen of clubs on side. This will not be too difficult, and it's just about the club guess on how many tricks he will make. Yeah. Interesting for Gold. Maybe he wants to play a club here. Maybe playing partner for king jack of clubs. I don't think that's really possible. Declarer showed up with too little yet, I think. Declarer needs something in clubs, so I expect not. I don't expect a club return here from David. Because North still needs some points, so I expect more of a passive defense. And I'm gonna end the poll, and it seems like we definitely have more English fans than Swiss fans in the chat, although we do have a bit. Good to see all my English friends in the chat, or in the stream. Very nice. I hope for you guys that that it's coming home as well in the World Cup, but I will not jinx it for you. Cannot say that, I guess. Are there still people in the chat from which their country is in the World Cup? Are we still have some World Cup enjoyers in the chat? I'm gonna watch during the night, maybe. Gold still thinking about it. Probably trying to figure out if there's a way to beat this contract. I think he will come to the conclusion that it probably isn't very fruitful. Maybe he's thinking about cashing the ace of clubs before it get pitched on the diamond, but I don't think that's very possible either. I think it's most likely that we'll just exit, maybe even with a heart. And because David is thinking here, we can can take a quick look at the results again. How is everyone doing at the moment? What are the standings? We see that France is still 7 ahead of Germany. Germany needing big wins, and they are winning big against Hungary. Like we said, England just needs to be tight. They are at the moment completely safe for qualifying, so that's very nice for England. They are very far away from the third place. What we see Switzerland, how much do they need? They need a lot. They need to gain 17 VP. That's huge. I don't think they will be able to, but maybe they can swing it around in this match. But they have to be blasting. They have to be blasting. For the third place, it's very tight. Netherlands and Sweden both on 337, but Israel has a bit of a gap with 11. And hey, let's see. Gold has played back the card, has indeed opted for the heart. I think now Kalita will just run the diamonds and then has a club guess, which I think he will get right. Pass did bid 3 spades weak. He probably knows. It looks like David didn't overcall 2 spades. Usually has a 5-card suit. So Pask with a 5-card suit only bid 3 spades. With queen fifth and an ace, I think you will usually try to go for a mixed raise or something. So I think Alita will just run the diamonds here, guess the club, and take 11 tricks. So another push board. Kalita probably figuring out if there's maybe some 4-1 break in diamond that he can still cover for, and I think he probably still can. With ace of clubs really likely to be with golds, he can just. It is a bit tricky because he needs to take the club early, but as we see, the diamonds just break. He'll just pitch the clubs, and I assume he'll just play club to the jack. Nice. I assume we will move on to the next board very soon. Yeah, already going for the club. I assume the jack. Yeah. Good play. Well done by Kalita. And 11 tricks for a push. Okay, even though we've seen Kalita earlier doing something crazy with the 3 club opener, trying to force something, I don't think he can force anything with this hand. So I assume we will see a pass. And gold will open with 1 heart. Lucky will overcall 1 spade. And now, what will Pask do? Think Pask will probably pass. But double is also okay, of course. You have a 6-card diamond suit, and you do have some points. King and 1 of hearts is very nice. So I think it's close. Usually you're more samely distributed in the minors, but he opts for a double, which I think is completely fine. Two spades by Kalita, normal stuff, and three clubs now from David. And I don't know if they play something like good bet here. David does have a pretty big hand after the double, I think. Oh, we're going back. We're going back. Two spades. Does David do something else than three clubs? I don't think they play anything like good bet. And I think like after the double from partner. Oh, alert by South. Okay. Well, he does bet three clubs. He does have a pretty big hand, right? After the double from his partner. Let's say partner has four for the minors. I think we see a four club bid. Yeah. Klukovsky decided to bid three spades because he's super good spades. Seems normal. Now David has to bid four clubs, right? He has a very nice 5-5, like points all in his suits, and he will be very he will be a little bit disappointed with the dummy. Not a bad double by Pask, as we discussed before, but it's very unlucky that it's a 6-card diamond suit and a 2-card club suit. As said before, this is why I don't love the double, because it usually gives your partner the idea that you have usually at least three clubs. Because with 6 diamonds, you're more likely to just bid a 2 diamond directly, or maybe even a 3 diamond if that's weak. So a little bit atypical hand, and gets a little bit punished for it. So let's see if David still can make the best of this. Does try to get the heart suit free, hoping for the hearts to be 3-3. Unfortunately for him, they're not. We'll rough with the 8, I think. He does. Probably just overoff with the jack. Club back to secure that the queen of hearts will be a trick. And now a spade back just to shorten gold. And a bit of the problem about this play is that he cannot never reach the king of diamonds anymore. So he will lose another spade in the end. He has to draw the last trump, has to give the heart, and Klukovsky at that moment can pitch his diamond, and jack of spades will be made in the last trick. So we see gold going down 3 as well. Other table went down 3 and 3 hearts, so we actually see a push board. And I'm a bit curious how the other table would have bid to get to 3 hearts. You see a heart, a spade, 2 clubs. I think this shows diamonds. It would be the only logical reason. 2 spades, 3 clubs. Okay. And now West obviously opted that 3 hearts is probably a better spot than 3 clubs. So we see that at that table. That makes sense. 3 hearts also not a great spot to play in. So what do you guys think? Would you have doubled with Pasky's hand, or do you think it's close? Do you think it's a double, or do you think it's just shy of a double, and would you pass? Okay, gold with the standard pass here. Klukovsky, I think, will have a pass as well. Maybe he's feeling very frisky in his opening heart, but I don't think so. Spade from Pask. Now Kalita, do we see a 4 diamond bid? No, just 3 diamonds, keeping it normal. Not forcing it too much here. 3 spade by gold. Now Pask probably has a pass, especially after the 3 diamond bid. His king diamonds is kind of worthless, so too weak, especially vulnerable. Yeah, I also think it's a little bit vulnerable, mostly also because the shape is not ideal. Whoa, Pask does go for the 4 spade bid. Yeah, I agree. It is a bit risky to double, like you saw in this board as well. Partner going to 4 clubs. Wow, 4 spade bid by Pask. That's a big bid, I think. You have a 14 count, but Queen of Hearts is not the best card. I think after your partner is passed here, pass a spade three diamonds. Some people would play three hearts or maybe a double as an invitational hand. So three spades doesn't meet the world, right? So I think with the king third of diamonds, I think king third of diamonds looks really bad to me. After the three diamond overcall, and I think I would just pass with Basket's hand. I think it's a little bit too much to go for game here because, well, it depends a little bit, of course, if partner has a way to invite. They probably don't, um, because he opts to go for four spades. I think it's a little bit too aggressive because partner can easily have hands like this. And in this case, partner actually is a pretty nice hand for you. King fourth of spades, ace of clubs works well for your hand. You have four little hearts in your stiff, which is really nice. Um, yeah. Other table actually make 3-no trump. What a weird spot to play in, it looks like. With stiff queen of hearts opposite four small. So let's see how they reach that for a second. Other table reach 3-no. 1-no opening. Oh, wow. A 1-no opening with a 5-3, 5-1, 3-4. It's definitely not my cup of tea, but it worked out amazing here. Because now East decided over three diamonds, which is normal, decided to have have a bit of an aggressive double, but is normal. And now, yeah, West even decided to bid three. No, never bid the spades. Whoa, this is some. I think. Okay, yeah. Of course, these are the Swiss players, and they need something, so they are going all out. I think. Holy. Okay, let's get back to our table, and we can discuss a little bit more about that hand after we're done here. I think the spade finesse is correct here. What you usually see, you learn when you start playing 8 ever, 9 never. That is a good rule, except if you have more information about the hand, it doesn't always, it isn't correct anymore. We know in this case that North has probably 7 diamonds, and that means that South has 1, which means South a lot more room to have longer spades. So if you know 2-card difference, so if you, let's say, would know that North has 5 diamonds and South has 3 diamonds, and nothing about the rest of the hand, it's already correct to finesse. So if you know 7-1 or 6-2 in this case, it's definitely correct to finesse. And I don't think there's a big reason for Pask not to, because he will always be able to ruff at least 1 diamond. He doesn't need to ruff 2. So I assume he will get this right and will take the spade finesse. But even with the spade finesse, he is actually making. So nice bit by Pask for go to 4 spades, actually. Finding his partner with a really great hand, I think. And North-South not being able to set anything up. Whoa, he plays the ace. Wow, that's really surprising to me. Maybe he thought North led from a stiff club. What do you guys think? Why didn't he finesse? Do you think he made a read that North led from stiff club? I think that's the only reason he could have to not finesse there. What do you guys do? Would you finesse there or not? I think it's right to finesse, but oh wait, never mind. I missed this. Kinda. Nah, he cannot do this, right? King of clubs, he pitches. Because now they just have an entry in the hearts to catch the spade, and you can still only ruff 1 diamond. I don't think he can do this to make. Because now Kluki will get in some way. And yeah, he gets in with the jack, will catch the queen, and now he will lose 2 more. So, oof, I think Pasky made the read that the club was a stiff and was hoping, he was hoping that meant that North has 2 spades. I don't really agree with that line, but maybe some other people can shed more light on that in the chat. What do you guys think? Do you guys think you would finesse there, or do you think Pasky made the read for the stiff club there? That's why he didn't finesse. Because, like I said, it's 8 ever 9 never, but in this case, it doesn't hold up. So I think the only reason is that he thought that this was a stiff. What do you guys think? And at the other table, we saw the 3-no bid. I think this is a little bit of crazy bidding. Opening 1-no is already a bit crazy, and then not going for the spades is also a bit crazy. But yeah, like I said, Switzerland needs big money. They need some big boards, and they're trying to. And yeah, we see that the heart lead is down, but after the diamond lead, the spade did get picked up at the other side. They did finesse, and they made 3-no trump. Okay, 17 count from Kluki. Opening a diamond. It's fine. Pass, 1 spade. 3 spades. Invitational. Unbalanced. 3-no is probably either non-serious or serious from Kalita. Or, sorry, 3-no is asking for shortness because you're always unbalanced here. And I don't know. It could either be short hearts or maybe Kluki decided that a stiff ace of hearts, he didn't want to show as short. So I'm not sure if 4 clubs shows a balanced hand or that it shows short hearts. It could be either. But I do think that 3-no is an asking bid for shortness. Because you usually are 5-4-2-2 here, 5-4-3-1, or in this case 4-4-1. So it gives a lot of information to the north hand. Opposite short hearts, obviously not the nicest hand. And I think that is the answer that Kluki gave. I think 4 clubs showed short hearts, and that's why Kalita says, okay, it's enough. King and 1 is horrible opposite short hearts. King is completely wasted, but also just having a doubleton, so you cannot rough that much, is not nice. Kluki still has a big hand. Only 4-4-1 is really bad. Ace of hearts is bad. But you do have a lot of controls. You have ace, 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 king, which is nice. But if your partner asks here and just signs off, not even gives you a little bit of a Q bit in between, not giving you a last train, I think you have to respect that. I don't think his hand is good enough to do more. But maybe he also thinks, okay, I still need something. Maybe we have to go to slam to force something. Definitely, Kluki is not someone to shy away from a slam. That's a bit naughty. But I think like if you in normally this would be this would be a little bit too crazy. Yeah, okay. We see indeed in the chat that Al Hollander said that it indeed shows short hearts, I assume. 4 diamonds, 4 spades, and 4-1. Yeah, usually this is 5 diamonds, 4 spades. And this is a big reason why I don't think Kluki's hand is special enough. Having 4 diamonds instead of 5 is such a huge difference usually in these slam hands. Queen 4th of clubs, you don't know how much it's worth. It's just not the best holding. Hey, Ike, welcome to chat. Nice to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. What did you think of the previous board? Why did you think Pask decided not to finesse? I just logged in. Okay, okay. You can check the hand. You can check the hand. Oh, and Kluki is going for it. Yeah, I think this is definitely a very strange bid usually, but I think Kluki just thinks he needs the points. Thank you, Ike. Thank you. I'm having fun with it, so that's nice. I'm hoping people in chat are enjoying it, and good to see you here. Yeah, Kluki just brute first forcing here, and I think this is something he would normally not do. I think it's purely because he thinks he needs the points, and it's unfortunate for him that it's a bad contract, and we see that the other table is actually also in six spades. So he would have gained a lot of imps actually by just doing like the, in my opinion, normal bid and passing four spades. But instead he's forcing, and it's not working out for him. Queen of diamonds is not dropping. Queen jack fourth of spades is on one hand. You actually have to navigate well in six spades to probably only go down one. So nice for England that they don't lose too many points on this board. Now he'll sign off. What? Sorry, I'm reading some other chat. He will definitely just bid slam here. He knows ace, king. Yeah, he always finesses with nine, so he's biased. That's true. Wow, he does sign off after knowing two aces. Okay, I didn't expect this. He knows he has enough aces but misses the queen, so maybe he was going for that. He was hoping that his partner would show two with the queen. I think it's kind of impossible for partner to have, and partner doesn't make any kind of tries. And welcome Arwen in the chat as well. Nice to see you here. Good to see you. Indeed, Ike is maybe a little bit biased, but I think it was the normal play as well. So yeah, I'm curious what you guys think about it, why he didn't finesse still. I think the only thing I could come up with is that he was very scared that the club was a singleton, because otherwise it felt so standard to just finesse. Signing off in five spades here, and now there's actually a play problem. Has to pick up queen jack fourth from the right hand. Might start with a spade towards the 10, or cross and a spade towards the 9. Probably trying a spade towards the 10, I think. And why would you do that? You want to pick up 4-1 on both sides. So you want to pick up queen jack fourth in west, and you want to pick up queen jack fourth in east. You cannot really cover for stiff queen or stiff jack. You have to make the choice. Do you want to cover for both sides, queen jack fourth, or do you want to cover for stiff queen or stiff jack? As we play a small one and go small here, we already don't have to cover for stiff queen or stiff jack. So now we have to choose. Do we have to cover for stiff queen or stiff jack in east, or do we have to cover for queen jack fourth in west? And we see that we have 3 outstanding small cards, and we have 2 outstanding high cards. So if we play a small one, go small, it's a little bit better to play the 10, because east could have stiff 7, stiff 6, stiff 3, which are 3 options, and he could have stiff queen or stiff jack, which are only 2 options. So a little bit better as sort of a pickup for the 4-1 suits to play a spade toward the 10. Yes, yeah, that's true, Ike. That's a nice shout. You can also play ace king of spades here and try to end play someone. That doesn't work too well, right? Because they probably can just exit with a heart usually. We see ace of spade from Kluki and a spade from Kalita and a spade to north, which is slightly surprising to me. I would have expected a low spade. Yeah, now he can definitely make. I think it's kind of cold from this position, right? He can just set up the diamonds. He will ruff a club in time, and he will make 5 spades. And even though that Kluki seemed to be forcing to slam, he did stop in 5 spades, and they are making it. Even though the spades are breaking 4-1, Kalita navigated it nicely. Okay. Do you have a strip squeeze? Oh, in six spades. Yeah. In six spades, I agree. Yeah, then you probably. I was talking about this contract. You need in five spades. In five spades, you can play a little bit more for 11 tricks. So that's why in five spades, I think I would play a spade to the 10. But indeed, in six spades, you probably will play ace king of spades, and then just run all your tricks. Yeah. Yeah. That was surprising to me as well. Like, how did they stop in five spades? Apparently, Kluki wanted to do something more, but he only wanted to go to slam opposite king, queen, and an ace. It feels very strange to me to bid like that, but also because I don't think partner will usually have king, queen with an ace. When partner asks first and then signs off completely, but could be. But a big swing again for Switzerland. And they are ahead by 27 now. And this is exactly what they need. And it's exactly not what England needs. And let's see what will happen with the rest of the match. We have 5 boards left. England really needs to look out a little bit. They're still pretty safe in the standings. And Switzerland needs still quite a bit more. They need a really, really big win here to have a chance. Okay, we open a diamond with Pask's hand. We see a pass from Kalita, very standard. A heart from gold, normal pass. And now two spades is either some. I think we've seen this before from this pair. It's some hand with diamonds. Are we? Okay, no. Three hearts is natural. And now Pasky decides just to bid 3-no. We have mate at the other table. What kind of lead would you see? Definitely a club lead here from Kalita. No other options, I think. Pass will play small and dummy, let it run to his king. And not many options even to finesse the diamonds if you would want to do that. So I think he will just run the diamonds, which will work out. And in that case, I think after you probably just try to set up the spades. So 6 diamonds, 7 with the club, 1 spade at least. You may just play the spade towards the jack and hope they don't cash the king. The bidding on board 11 was very strange to me. I think 4-no was wrong if you don't know what to do. Just don't. Yeah, I agree totally. Like already, I think that Kluki wasn't really thinking that it could be a good slam. But we can look at the results for a second. Like this is how are they standing. So Switzerland needs a huge win here. They're still, at the moment, still 14 behind qualification. I think Kluki was just kind of brute forcing, even though he thought it would be a bad slam. And then decided that opposite not 2 ace with the queen, it would just be a horrible contract. The Swiss will face Israel in the last one, while Netherlands will face Turkey. She'll play in Greece, so the fight for third place isn't over yet. Ooh, nice to see. We love to see that. Yeah, I think they're just Q bidding Ike. I think 4-no was just asking for key cards, and he could just try to make another Q bid. But I think he just decided that he just needed 2 with the queen, and otherwise it would be too far. Seems a little bit strange to me as well. Only thing I can think of is that already I think, like I said, bidding on is weird to me, but I think he tried to force. Okay, and Pask thinking about it, he will definitely play small and let it run towards his king. And I think because of a lot of lack of entries, he will just run the diamonds for sure. And then he has to make a little bit of a guess how he wants to play. He might play north for the ace of clubs and play a club towards the queen because he kind of needs it anyway. In that case, he hasn't given up the spade trick yet, and you just let the opponents play something for you. You cannot reach the queen of clubs, but you have already 8 tricks in the bag. You only lose a club. You can maximum lose only 2 hearts. So it's probably even okay for you to just play a spade yourself. I think that's best. I think he will let the club run to his king because it's generally just better to play ace king queen here anyway. He will try that, see that the jack drops on the second trick, will be happy to see that. And I think then it's just best to play a spade to the jack. So even if it's on, the opponents cannot play anything really. Only wrong if it goes hard to the ace, and ace of clubs would be here, which it doesn't look like it. Okay. Pasky apparently showed 6 diamonds and 4 spades. Trying the diamonds now, tried to figure out if there was any other line. He couldn't find any other line, which I think is completely normal. He will just play the diamonds from the top, see that the jack drops. Now, only question is, will he run all the diamonds? Because then dummy gets kind of squeezed, so he might opt already just to play a low spade here. Might run 2 more rounds of diamonds because then your dummy doesn't get squeezed. But he cannot really play always diamonds because then you get in danger. So be careful when you're playing a hand and you think, oh yes, I can just run my long suit. Usually that's the case, but in this case, King of Hearts is an important card, Queen of Clubs is an important card, and Jack 10 of Spades is an important card, and we need to pitch 4 cards on the diamonds. We can never pitch 3 hearts because then if the opponents get in, the heart suit is kind of gone. So we could pitch 2 hearts, we can never pitch a club, and we can only kind of pitch 1 spade. Because otherwise we never get back to our hand. So Pass cannot cash all his diamonds. Be careful of that when you play a hand like this yourself. It feels so natural just to cash all your diamonds. West gets end played with diamond queen to play back spades. You mean on the 6 spades? What hand, Eric? Uh, 11. West gets end played with diamond queen to play back spades. Yes, you could, right? But then you... but in 5, you mean? He doesn't really get end play in 6 no or something. Like how? Oh, if you run everything, holy shit! If you run all the clubs, wow, run all the clubs, run everything. Yeah, yeah, but only if you play super double dummy, right? You're never gonna play like that. Maybe you can make indeed, but what the heck? You're never gonna play that like that in real life. Okay, yeah, Pass does cash another diamond. It's still fine. Wait, someone did? Someone did play like this? Oh, the Swiss. Did someone make 6 spades? Are you kidding me? Did the Norwegians make 6 spades or something, or who made 6 spades? Do you have a Rogaland made it? What the frick? 6 diamonds. Okay, maybe in 6 diamonds. Okay, but in 6 diamonds, I think the line is a little bit more natural, right? Because in 6 diamonds, you don't have another option. Because in 6 spades, I think you're just gonna draw trumps. But in 6 diamonds, you will usually just start with ace king of diamonds, see it doesn't drop. Then you kind of strip the hand, and then I think it's in 6 diamonds, it's definitely more normal to make. In 6 spades, I think that's a bit crazy, right? In 6 spades, you're probably gonna draw the trumps, and then you're just fucked. But in 6 diamonds, I think indeed you're gonna make, because you are gonna play ace king diamonds. You see them not drop. Then the only thing you can hope for is the end play. So yeah, nicely navigated, obviously by Brogeland. We didn't see it, but very nicely made 6 diamonds on board 11. Yeah. And here we see Pass thinking about the hand. Um, I assume he will just pitch a heart here. Still, it's completely safe. He will pitch a spade. Interesting. That's also still completely safe. Um, he could play another diamond, pitch a heart, but I think he cannot. Like I said before, I don't think he can cash two more diamonds. Still wants to put on the pressure for the opponents in case, let's say, the ace club is offside. Um, and they have a natural way of defeating contract. It's good to run your suit. So maybe he runs another diamond, but he has to pitch a heart in and then stop with playing diamonds because I think it's at that point is just incorrect. So he might play one more round because he keeps all the important cards in the dummy, but he must sit on his last diamond for sure. Okay. He even goes for the club play already. He just places north with ace of clubs. I think I also kind of like just playing a spade. I think that feels just quite safe to me. And it just sets up your own spade too. I think I slightly prefer that. Losing only one spade, maximum of two hearts. It could go spade, take, heart to the jack, club to the ace. Okay, it's not got 100% safe, so maybe this is even better. Probably nice play by Pask because he hasn't lost a spade now. Now his opponents have to play something. But in that case, it could still heart to the jack, spade back. So I don't think it matters. I think I slightly just prefer to play spade, but everything is fine. Queen of clubs will be knocked out here, and I think Pask will just claim from this point. Just cash ace of spades and two more diamonds, just making. For a push, which means England is still 27 behind, which they can definitely still see how they're doing. They are 9 ahead of the. No, they're 15 ahead of Germany. So they're still in a quite safe position, even when losing pretty big here. They don't want to lose any more points. And Switzerland is 11 behind. They have a little bit of a chance, but 11 is a big gap when other people are still above you because everyone climbs. Uh, we have Netherlands, Sweden, and Israel having a chance to get third. And I think Norway, they haven't decided it yet. It isn't 100%, but they are doing really well and they're probably going to win the gold. Okay, let's get back to the bridge. We indeed saw a claim for 9 tricks and a push board. And on this board, a normal opening from Kalita, 1 heart. David decides with stiff king of diamonds, it's definitely not worth to overcall 2 clubs, definitely too weak. If you have like king of spades with a stiff diamond, it would probably have been fine. It's aggressive, but it's fine. Now it's just never. 1 spade normal, pass normal, 2 diamonds is normal. I'm assuming another pass. Kluki will bid 4 hearts. And there we are, 4 hearts, very normal contract. And with the everything breaking well, it is not a super interesting contract. David not opting to lead stiff king, of course, 2 diamond bid from Kalita, so you don't want to lead into a possible ace queen of Declarer. Declarer might as well finesse your king. Also, you have a lot of points, so it's not that likely that you will get a lot of roughs. So yeah, definitely agree with not leading a diamond here. So it's between club under your king, but you do have 6, which makes it a little bit more likely that North is short. In case it doesn't give up a trick. But gold opts to lead through dummy spades, which I think is okay. I think it's either at least a spade or a club. I think I might slightly prefer a club personally. What do you think about overcalling? I like to overcall 2 clubs very aggressive since it takes. Yeah, I like I said before. Like I think 2 clubs is okay, but because you have stiff king of diamonds, I think the hand just gets too bad. I think it's too aggressive because like stiff kings in these positions are a lot of defense usually, but not a lot of offense. So let's say you take away the king of diamonds, right? In that case, it's not close to being an overcall. Um, and for that reason, I don't think the king of diamonds adds enough to give you the right to overcall, basically. Like if the king of diamonds is the king of spades, you're light, but you have a very nice suit, king 10 9 8. You have a 6 card suit. So for that reason, then I would overcall 2 clubs, even though you only have a 10 count. But stiff king of diamonds here would really make me shy away from it. Kalita trying the jack of spades here. Ooh, jack, queen, king. He was not expecting the spades to break badly, and he played a diamond, and he thought that gold was maybe a false carding from king jack tied, what we saw earlier actually, seeing Pask do. But David Gold actually has the stiff and still gets his ruff now. I think because the spades are breaking 3-3, that he will probably still make, and also jack 9-8 are nice trumps. So I'm assuming he will just make on the spade break here. But he is in a little bit of trouble because he can only ruff one. Like if it goes ace of heart and another heart here, then he can only ruff one diamond. So he needs something of a spade break here. If the defense plays ace of heart and a heart, but he will get the spade break as we see. If gold doesn't play ace of heart and a heart, then maybe he still has some decisions, but then he probably can just start roughing the diamonds because he know that Pasky has the long diamonds. He can just play the diamonds, and if gold pitches, then he can just keep roughing low and get rid of his diamonds like that. In that case, he might lose one more heart, but we see a spade return here. And I think either he can read the lead. I don't think he can. I think maybe they play second, fourth. In that case, he might think they're 3-3. But I'm expecting to see. Okay, I assume that David and then okay, yeah, he does go for the club. That seems more normal. And I'm assuming just sort of a cross ruff here. And that's indeed what we are going to see. Kalita going to ruff most of it, try to ruff all of his diamonds in dummy, get back to his hand with the clubs, and David will score 10 of hearts and ace of hearts in the end. Because he kind of gets the trump promotion. That's what I'm expecting here. But yeah, this is the save line for just making, which means an imp to England. Indeed, we see here he's completely safe. He can just keep roughing low because he knows Pask has the outstanding diamond, so nothing to be done there. He doesn't want to ruff a spade here. He's definitely going to ruff a club because that's safe again because only Pask can ruff them. He knows gold has the long clubs. We'll play another diamond. Gold pitching the club here. And now he has to ruff a spade either low and gold will over ruff, or he has to ruff high and gold will probably just pitch a club at that point because then he's sure, even if this is king 7, he's sure to make the tricks. Oh, he did overtake. It's a little bit surprising to me. Maybe he's still trying to set the contract, but this looks a little bit strange to me. But okay, it doesn't matter. It's only for an overtake. You see on the board, it doesn't matter. But I think if this is king queen 7 now, you give away a trick. So it's just a little bit better to just pitch the king of clubs there because I think North needed still the king of hearts to have his opening bid. But maybe David decided, okay, this is the only way to set it. In the end, it doesn't matter. A one club opener by gold. This hand is definitely too strong for a 15-17 no trump. We have 7 tricks in our hands if partner has a little bit of club fit. So definitely right to upgrade this. I don't usually love to upgrade out of my no trump. I rather open a no trump. It's a very strong opening. So I rather open with 14 than with 17 not open a no trump. But this hand is way too strong for one no trump. It looks more like a 19 count to me than a 17 count. So one club is normal, one spade, pass, 2 hearts, which is alerted. I don't know exactly what it is. Seems quite natural to me. Maybe it's something about forcing or non-forcing. David now decides to pass because he doesn't really have a good bid. So a 3 diamond, a 3 heart, and we end up in 4 hearts. And again, quite high bidding from North-South pair. I think again it is a little bit because they need it. But Klukowski had a kind of a nice hand as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he always would do that. The boy is so aggressive. Yeah, he is really aggressive, and especially now he needs a lot of points. He is even more aggressive. Kluk indeed is very aggressive. Yeah. Okay, so we see a normal lead, king of clubs. I'm between Kluk didn't show his 2-suiter. Yeah, indeed. I missed that. Maybe they don't have a way to show. I think they don't have a way to show spades and diamonds. So probably 2 clubs or 2 diamonds showing the majors. 2 no showing diamonds and hearts. So I don't think they have a bid for spades and diamonds. Yeah. Well, in all fairness, like I think Gold knows that the 3rd place is very far, and he probably just doesn't want. He's probably just happy to ride down 1 or down 2 and just be easy cruising to that qualifying spot, not taking too many risks. Nice defense from him here. Sees the stiff club after his king of club lead, immediately switching to the ace of hearts and another heart. He knows he has the diamond under control with the ace of diamonds, so knows that he's completely in control. Good defense and a nice 2-in pickup for England. And indeed, like you said, Eric, yeah, a bit of respect shown by David, maybe. But it's likely that there will be short clubs in dummy actually, because spades and diamonds are bid, and then 4 hearts is bid. So you only have 3 tricks, and against Kluki, you may see a redouble. And I think that David is not really wanting that if he is almost sure of qualifying and just doesn't need a 0 here. So I think that's why he didn't double. I think it's just also a little bit of safety net. They are very sure of qualifying, so why take the risk against someone that's super aggressive and can redouble you? At least it's a good story. Yeah, it's a good story until you don't qualify for the Worlds, I think. But yeah, I agree that the double is not that bad. Like that, you could definitely double. You have at least 3 tricks. Okay, this is pretty standard stuff. All pass and a 1 no opener by North. Kalita crossing to the ace of hearts to take a diamond finesse. Gold ducks around. Now it's a kind of a difficult hand to play from. He knows partner doesn't have the 10 of clubs. He switched to the king of spades. Seems most normal, most safe. He doesn't know the heart position, of course, because Kalita... Ooh, queen of spades led. And Kalita is going to make a lot of tricks. I think this happened at the other table as well, because this is the way to make a gazillion tricks, basically. Gold knows he cannot play the clubs, and because Kalita played a heart to the ace, he might have thought, okay, this is Kalita's suit, so he might have expected Pask to have a little bit to be a little bit longer in spades, and that's why he played King Queen, and unfortunately dropping the jack from his partner, looking a bit silly. but definitely not a weird play. As we can also see, the other table also made +3 even. And Kalita going for going for a cheeky end play, but it's not there. And he's gonna make 9 tricks, which actually is another imp to England. Kalita must have thought, oh, this is a very nice amount of tricks. This is definitely gonna win a couple of imps, but he's actually gonna write down -1. And we are here at the last board of this round. And we see the other table in 1 diamond. What will we see here? I think Kalita will open to no. No? Okay. I think he would still be more aggressive in that. Polish club, so it's forcing. So Kluki will... I'm not 100% sure about this actually. But it looks like it's some kind of Polish club here. Since we see a lot of alerts. Okay. But Kluki does decide to pass. So I'm not 100% sure what is going on here. I'm not that familiar with Polish club. Maybe someone in chat can help me out. What is shown and why we see a pass from Klukowski. It feels a little bit strange if you see the hands opposite each other. 1 heart is 3 plus hearts, 12, 14, or 4 plus, but not game forcing. I see. I have no idea, Ike. You don't have to send any donations, but please, if you would like to subscribe or just hit the like button, it would be good. I might do this in the future as well. So maybe you can just buy me a beer next time I see you. That will be good. But thank you. Okay, so we end up in 1 heart. Thank you for you have to enable it, I think. I think you should. Yeah, maybe. For now, I'm just doing this for fun. And if enough people are watching the stream and I get enough likes, then maybe I'll do it again in the future. Maybe I'll turn it on then. Now I'm just here to have fun. See if enough people like it. So please just hit the like button and stuff. That would be very nice. But thank you for taking it in consideration. That's very nice of you. Okay, thank you, Gregor. 1 heart is 3 plus hearts, 12, 14, or 4 plus, but not game forcing. Okay. So that's why we see Klukowski maybe thinking he's getting too high up to 12, 14. Still feels a little bit... Yeah, possibly. I will maybe look at it after this match. I am still new to the whole streaming thing, so I have to figure out how to get it to work and all. I am still a bit surprised, even if 1 heart is 3 plus with 12 to 14 or 4 plus heart, not game forcing. It feels weird to me to pass this hand, but thank you, Ike. That's very nice of you to say. Okay, so yeah, Kalita in 1 heart in the 4-2 fit, not ideal, especially when ace king 10 4 of heart is behind you. But he does have a lot of he just has a lot of power, obviously. I think he will still make this contract. Just on pure sheer force. And with the defense only having 1 trick so far, they might score 4 hard tricks, but I don't see them scoring that much more. Interesting what Pask will play here. Not in big need to play hard because South doesn't really have any way of making roughs. The only thing about playing hard is that it feels pretty safe. You have 987. It does feel very safe to just play a heart. Definitely not playing a spade back. So it's either a diamond, a club, or a heart. I think I wouldn't mind playing a heart here. Vask is one of the slower players on the tour, so he will give it a good and long thought, I'm pretty sure. Which gives us a chance to give one more look at the things before the last round. We see a couple more boards must get in still. We see Norway with a big lead, 17 VPs ahead of Denmark. So super likely that Norway is going to take this home. Eric Haaland is inspiring them. They might do the row as well after they win. We will see. Denmark commanding second place as well. Big gap to Israel, and Israel having a pretty big gap to Netherlands and Sweden. Still a bit of excitement maybe there in the last match. And for eighth place, we have France. France needs to be stable, just like Iceland and England, and they will be safe. Okay, let's get to the bridge because Pask has decided to play a heart, which I think was the most normal play. Yeah, sounds good. I like that. I have to see for which tournament it will be, because this tournament's almost over, of course. But yeah, it would be nice. It would be fun. Now we have to see what Kalita does. He probably will score 2 more diamonds and a spade at least. So he will be keen to score one more heart trick. So I think like cashing, you have only one entry to dummy. You might be wanting to score the queen of spades, but your opponents can't really play any suit as well. So I think it's better for him to just leave queen of spades on the table and maybe just give the opponents a rough. Just play the queen of clubs, just play 3 rounds of diamonds or something. Because your opponent has to play something. And as soon as you get rid of the queen of spades and then at some point must lose the hearts, then they can just cash the spade. So I think this is a good play from Kalita. Just cashing his diamonds. I think he shouldn't cash the queen of spades. I think he should leave that in the dummy. But we will see what he will do here. As we can see, even if he cashes the queen of spades, it will be fine as long as he doesn't play a heart. Okay, he does go for the queen of spades. Pitching the club. Now, if Passkey shows out, he could rough hit the jack. And otherwise, this is a very nice play, yes. I didn't spot this, but yeah, now he can just pitch a diamond. And this is only wrong if David can now rough, give a diamond rough, and then the heart gets played through. I think this is a nice play. It's a bit tricky, but I think it's a nice play. A heart here. And now he can even end play David by playing a diamond. Let's see if he does. I think he will. Although he might try to rough a club high, but he does go for the diamond. Nicely played by Kalita. Even the small imps can work out. And there is 8 tricks for him. And that is ending the match with another imp to England. And we end the match with 48-26. And I think this is not enough for Switzerland, really. I think they needed a bigger win. They tried. They forced sometimes. England didn't win, but still in a good position to make the World Championships. And I'll be back in a little bit for the last match. So I hope everyone in stream, I will see you back then. And nice that you watched. And see you for the last match, hopefully in a bit. Bye-bye.